A teen allegedly shot and killed another teen in Harrisburg, who police say is responsible.
The ultimate sacrifice, how the state is honoring the life of a Berks County officer killed in the line of duty. A community celebration ends in chaos.
He drove my baby across the pavement.
A neighborhood block party comes to a close after a driver plows into a crowd. What witnesses say they saw and their ties to the person behind the wheel.
That fall-like feel will continue for your Sunday. Find out when in that updated forecast. Higher temperatures, humidity, and storm chances return to the valley.
WGAL News 8 at 6 starts now.
New tonight, a teen is in custody and the capital city is in mourning after a teen was shot and killed in Harrisburg. Good evening, everybody. I'm Michael Fuller. Just moments ago, Harrisburg Mayor Wanda Williams shared a statement about that deadly shooting, and News 8's Taylor Hess joins us live from the police station with that and what we're learning about the suspect. What do we know, Taylor?
Michael, police are charging 16-year-old Jeremiah Moran from Harrisburg with first-degree murder. Take a look at your screen. This is video from North 6th and Emerald Streets, where officers say they were called to just after 3 yesterday afternoon for a teen boy being shot moments after he got off the school bus. However, that bus you're seeing on your screen is not the bus that student was on, but rather the bus that was following. Neighbors and witnesses tried to help that teen before first responders arrived, but he was eventually taken to the hospital where he later died.
I came tearing down the stairs, ran out the sidewalk, and was like, "What happened? Tell me what happened. Anyone see what happened?" And then I looked down the street down there, and I saw somebody lying on the street and kids around him screaming, and I just went running because, that's just not a good thing with kids.
And in a statement sent to News 8, Mayor Wanda Williams says today a family is in mourning. Classmates are grieving and our community is heartbroken. Let us honor this young life by coming together in support of one another and by continuing the work of building a safer Harrisburg for every child. Now, the Harrisburg School District says all of those remaining students that were on the bus were taken home and they got home safely. You can read the full statements from both the mayor and the school district on our website at WGAL.com. In Harrisburg, Taylor Hess, WGAL News 8.
A challenging time for the capital city. All right, Taylor, thank you. Well, a Berks County police officer, Kristen Yeager, made the ultimate sacrifice yesterday. State police say Officer Yeager died after a crash while responding to a service call. Investigators say the crash happened just before 8 last night in Earl Township. According to state police, Officer Yeager was ejected after her police vehicle went into a ditch and hit a tree. Governor Josh Shapiro ordered flags to be flown at half-staff in Yeager's honor. And new tonight, one person was hurt after a Lebanon transit bus crashed in Lancaster County. 911 dispatchers say the crash happened on Lebanon Road and Lilac Drive in Raffo Township. Manheim Borough Police are investigating. Well, heading outside, you are looking at the pride of the Susquehanna in Harrisburg. And despite the warm, sunny day, it wasn't able to leave dock. According to a sign posted near the boat, there were no cruises today because of the wind. And Ethan, I will tell you, it was a nice day, but it did feel a little windy outside.
Yeah, we had some wind gusts in excess of 30 miles per hour at times. Winds are still anywhere from 5 to 15 miles per hour. Those are the sustained winds. Those are winds averaged out over a 2-minute time frame. Now, we do have temperatures staying below average as we've gone through the afternoon. Afternoon temperatures have been primarily in the 60s, 68 right now in Harrisburg, 67 in Lancaster. Now, I've been talking about this on social media, getting a little bit of chirping. I'm calling it fall-like because, yes, we've got the spring-like temperatures, but notice the humidity values. Dew points down in the 40s. That's typically what we have in the early fall. So feels like fall out there. Usually we have some higher humidity during the late spring days. All is quiet on the radar. It's going to stay that way through this evening and tonight. We have a storm system off the east coast and high pressure approaching from the west. That's what's made for a breezy, cool afternoon. So look for the winds to die down. It's going to be a chilly night tonight with lows in the upper 40s. But tomorrow is going to be pleasant. Less wind, a little bit warmer with highs back into the mid 70s. Temperatures, humidity values, and storm chances will rise as we go through next week. Find out when to expect the rain and the storms coming up in just a few minutes.
We'll be staying tuned. All right, Ethan, thank you. Well, graduation season has arrived, and today many high school seniors They crossed the stage earning their diplomas. We want to say congratulations to all of you, and you can see a full list of graduations happening this upcoming week online at WGAL.com. Well, over in Philadelphia, 4 children and a woman were rushed to the hospital after a driver drove onto a sidewalk and hit them during a block party yesterday. This happened during prom celebration around 6 o'clock last night. The stepmother of one of the victims says the 18-year-old driver is actually someone they know and had just been at the party moments before.
This is a kid that we know. He's spent the night at my house. He's here all the time. He calls me mom. He drug my baby across the pavement. I actually saw him in the corner. He rolled past me and I screamed and I said, Zaire, what are you doing? And he looked dead in my face and kept going.
Investigators say the father of one of the victims chased the driver, catching up with him on Shelmar Avenue. That's where police say the two confronted each other and a physical fight broke out before officers arrived and arrested the suspect. Well, the final 4 surviving villagers were rescued from a flooded cave in Laos. 7 villagers had initially entered the cave, but only 5 were found alive after 10 days. 1 was rescued yesterday and the remaining 4 were rescued today. Jen Sullivan has those details.
Cheers and cries heard as the remaining 4 men trapped inside a cave in Laos for more than a week are finally free. This video capturing their emotional reunion, families tearfully embracing. The 4 remaining men were able to crawl out on their own on Saturday after rescue crews successfully pumped out water inside the cave. Originally, divers from an international rescue team planned to rescue them in high waters, which they say would have been dangerous for everyone involved.
It was the best outcome.
Exhausted after spending 10 days in dark, damp conditions, the men were taken to a camp to undergo medical care. You can see them wrapped in foil on stretchers.
The adrenaline, they run for their life, and once they arrive to the camp, they just vanish.
You can see one of the villagers being placed in an ambulance. Some of the men developed skin and intestinal problems. The 5 villagers were illegally mining for gold May 20th when torrential rain caused flash flooding, sealing their exit more than 850 feet away. Rescuers finally discovered them a week later. Friday, one of the trapped men was able to be rescued, telling people he was grateful to be out. There are still 2 other villagers not connected to this group that are believed to still be trapped inside. As of Saturday afternoon, rescue crews were still searching for them. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Well, today in Lancaster County, first responders got hands-on learning experience to rescue accident victims from cars. While newer vehicles are equipped with airbags and advanced technology to keep drivers safe, those things can make it harder for first responders to rescue drivers and passengers.
This gives them the opportunity to learn on newer model vehicles, and there's a lot more electronics involved that they need to be cautious of, and this gives them a better opportunity to do newer cars instead of the late model that they get at the training centers.
And the National Auto Body Council, which hosted today's event, said electric and hybrid engines also provide new challenges for first responders, and they covered that during today's training as well. And in Cumberland County, Neurodiverse Network hosted Inclusionfest at Cumberland Borough Park. It's a festival designed to create a welcoming community space for people of all abilities, backgrounds, and brain types to come together just as they are.
We really wanted to do this event to show that there are other people like us out there. So when people are here today, they feel totally comfortable. And so many people have already come up and said to me, there's so many people like me here. There's people that accept me here. So just creating an environment that people don't feel excluded at all and everybody can feel at home is really what we're going for.
Love to see that inclusion there. And the festival had vendors, artists, games, live entertainment, and so much more.